I just got back out of the rain. I mowed the lawn before it would totally start raining. Meditate right now before you watch this video. If you read the title and you don't meditate, don't get mad at me if you start going insane by what you're hearing, okay? It's not my fault, okay? Okay? Because the whole point is that when you start hearing this, when you meditate, new negative frequencies are going to pump into your mind, maybe. And because there's positive frequencies, you'll be able to handle it. And use that as like weight to push it, to get stronger from it. But see, if you have too many negative frequencies pushing down on you, it's like a heavy weight you can't even lift. And you're straining yourself trying to lift it. It just ruins you, man. You can't do it. So now that you have something to push against because of those positive frequencies, you're rising up. Now you can handle the negative frequencies. But meditate right now before you watch this video. If you do not meditate and you start watching this, I'm not responsible, man. Don't you dare go in the comments. I mean, you can if you want to, but you'll just be more... You'll prove how much of a bot you are, the fact that you still do this. Maybe you'd be lower than a bot having not read the title. I don't know. I'm not going to think too much into it now. Okay. Now, my gut is telling me a lot of this stuff is true because as I was going and getting knowledge from these people. And, okay. Just got a text message, so... When I was going through all these compromised people like Daniel John Lee, you know, that's a good thing. What I mean by that is that if you were to figure out they were compromised, they wanted people to be compromised and still start telling truth. Because the Council of 13, the devil worshippers would think, well, you know, that's good because if they think they're compromised, they won't even think the stuff they're saying is true, because if they're compromised, they can't be trusted. So forget everything they said. In a way, that's true, I'm sure, to some extent, because they lie within it. But you got to understand, you got to take a risk and use your third eye and use your gut and sense and connect it and use your gut, because there was true stuff they were saying, but they would be compromised, and they would use that to be like, okay, well, you're not going to believe all of it. Hopefully, some truth stuff I said, you won't believe it, man. So the Council of 13 that's controlling them, those Freemasons, would be like, yeah, go ahead, Josh Cross, start saying some truth. They're not going to believe it because you're compromised when they find out. Don't believe them. Yeah. Okay, so I'm going to start telling you some shit. Okay. Kenneth Copeland, Oral Roberts, and a bunch of known evangelists, like an Oral Roberts University, that whole campus, they have 3 underground tunnels now. Kenneth Copeland and Oral Roberts, I want to tell you right now, and you better be meditating. You better have meditated 40 minutes or something before listening to this. Until you had iciness in your head, man. Kenneth Copeland is wicked as hell. His son is wicked as hell. Okay? Now, Kenneth Copeland, just a lot of televangelists, known televangelists like Oral Roberts, they would torture babies, rape them. What else? Well, they would kill them, they would eat them, and then eat the flesh and organs and drink the blood. They wouldn't eat the bones, they'd just leave them there, but yeah, they would do that. And also, and this is the part where I tell you about Kenneth Copeland, that's going to make Jim Carrey look like a Girl Scout just based off what you hear. Off of what I said about Jim Carrey in the song Motions. Okay, so... there's one thing at the third level of that tunnel. The tunnel's underneath Oral Roberts University. At the third level of the tunnel, of that room, of that dark room, they have like a pentagram, and they have like, I don't know how they have everything set up, but you get the picture. It's like a torture room, because they do this to get special powers from Satan to continue preaching what they preach with all that dark energy. Meanwhile, they have their third eye open, and they're not even freaking human, but they hide all that stuff from us to try to destroy us. So anyway, yeah. See, there's one point where they'll take one baby, and they use something to, and they hold the baby. One of the evangelists takes they inject the baby with a poison, and paralyze the baby where the baby can feel everything, but then it can't move. And then another televangelist takes a knife, slits open the baby's stomach, and then I guess they just take the flaps of the stomach and expose the baby's insides. And then Kenneth Copeland, yeah, Kenneth Copeland does this, okay? He rams his face inside the baby's insides and ravages it like a wild animal or a monster. Yeah, Kenneth Copeland does this, man. Yeah. When I told you these are some nasty motherfuckers, these are some nasty motherfuckers. Again, if everything is vibrational frequency and energy, man, how evil can't they get, man? Now, you might have experienced something and be like, you know, those are some negative frequencies, and now that you're in the positive frequencies, you can better handle it, and now you have something to work against to confuse your body. I'm doing this to help you, but I explained everything that you had to meditate before you listened to this. And I told you to meditate now before you listen to this, and even then you didn't have to. I wasn't forcing you. So, yeah. Yeah, it's unbelievable. It's unbelievably wicked. It's mind-boggling. You don't want to believe this is real. I don't want to, man. But it has to come out. It has to come out, man. It has to, man. Because I was supposed to be defeated, man. And we have to push up to the next dimension. And hopefully, by me saying something that is so unbelievably evil, and it's much worse than what I'm saying, too. It's much worse than what I'm saying. What that's going to do is those negative frequencies will help push you out of any amount of victimization that you have in, oh, I have white skin, I have black skin, I'm in this place, I identify as this person. You can rise out of it through those negative frequencies that you are on positive frequencies. That can, that burst of evil, that big negative frequency can somehow push you out of that victimization of that small frequency and get you out of it, out of that victimization. I know it's unbelievable. Listen, I'm sorry, okay? Listen, I'm sorry. I know it's bad. I don't want to believe this is real. I love everybody. I don't like what they're doing. This is horrible, man. I'm so sorry, guys. Listen, and the people that are compromised would say this shit and not get people to meditate, knowing that they freak out and they go over the top and crazy because they're like controlled. They probably MK Ultra victims, but that would be there to put them in fear. You see? So that they would depend on them even more, and through fear they would start buying more supplements and stuff. I don't know. Instead of telling them to meditate. It's going to be okay. I love every one of you. And if this is not true, I wasn't even trying to say this to scare you, but my gut tells me it's true, and I'm telling you this because I'm here to help you, and I'm willing to do this. But it's not to hurt you. But I'm trying to prepare you, and this is a way to yield you into it. I would not tell you this if you weren't meditating. I'm not an evil person. I'm not saying this to like try to hurt you, man. I'm trying to help you, and I want the best for you. It's like when God puts you through all these tests. Think about it. God created all this shit to make you stronger, and you had to deal with horrible people. But God was trying to help you and make you stronger. This was all to make you stronger. God loves you that much that He's willing to put you through this to make you stronger when you have to look at everything. God loves us so much. So I'm willing to do this to make you stronger, man. I love you guys so much, and I'm so sorry. It's going to be okay. I love all of you. Keep meditating on 528 hertz. Listen to Buddhism or whatever. It's going to be okay. I love every one of you guys. I'm going to meditate for like 2 hours, man. It's going to be okay. On like probably 12,000 hertz. I don't know. I'm going to blast my ass off into another dimension, man. I want to start meditating. It's going to be okay. That's it. Stay well, guys. 528 hertz or 432 hertz.